I love it. I love the pressure, and the more people have their eyes on the fights, like the better for me. I do better on high pressure situations, so I feel like I'll shine and rise to the occasion.
And then looking at the rest of the division, we spoke to Joseph Benavidez earlier, and he said he can't remember a time when there have been more eyes on the 125-pound division, given the draw that happened in December and how stacked the top of the division is. So, are you in agreement with that?
100%. The flyweight division is really breaking out. There was a time where it was kind of dying, and then T.J. Dillashaw came down, and we thought that maybe it was going to be shut down, but it's huge. Brandon Moreno fight was one of the best fights I've ever seen. They're starting to get some acknowledgement, not just for being little guys. In America, it always seems like bigger is better. They want to see heavyweights go at it, and real fight fans, I think they want to see excitement and action, and you get that with the flyweights.
As a flyweight, what's going through your head when you're watching that fight between the champion and Moreno?
I mean, I said this to my dad right after The Ultimate Fighter. I trained with Brandon a lot. He was the first fight on my season. He got banged up. I took him out afterwards, or after he lost, and I picked him as my training partner. I told my father after the show, I said, this guy's going to be the champion of the world. And I was serious about that. The kid is good. He's a nightmare for a lot of people. But at the same time, I fought Davison Figueiredo. I know he caught me in a guillotine, but before that, I felt like he didn't feel like he was that special to me, honestly. I felt his strength. I felt his power. So the division is, it's really still wide open as far as I can see.
We've been asking everyone this on this card because it's such a big main event. How do you see Israel versus Yan playing out?
And Israel, he's a tough puzzle to crack. I don't see anybody beating him anytime soon. Love to watch the guy fight, but man, he just seems unstoppable right now.
Thanks.
Tim, back here. I know you've worked closely with Megan Anderson in the past, so just curious what your thoughts are on the matchup she has coming up.
I mean, obviously, Amanda's a tough fight, but when you're at the top of the game for so long and you've been at the top, there's nowhere really to go except for down. And as a guy who's had a kid, it doesn't make things easier as far as training goes. It takes time away from your training. It takes time away from sleep. It takes time away from recovery. It takes time away from every aspect of your life. So if ever there was a time for somebody to beat her, I think now's the time. And Megan might just be the one. She's a handful, man. I'm telling you, I've sparred with her. I watched her fight her very first fight in Kansas City at Invicta. Her coaches, this was before James Krause, her coaches weren't saying anything to her. I was screaming shit from the stands, like trying to help coach her. And then, she came to our gym. I feel like this might be her weekend. And the strap's going to come home to Kansas City. And it's not just good for James Krause and Megan. It's good for our whole team.
Thanks, Tim. Good luck.
Another quick. What's it been like training with James Gallagher is with your team now? What's it been like training with him?
I was a little bit leery about that. I just seen the guy on the internet, but man, he's great. My wife Gina Mazzani is a southpaw. He's fighting a southpaw. They've actually been training together and drilling together, and man, he is so good. And I didn't realize how good he was. The first time I went with him, I mean, he subbed me up quick and multiple times, snatching my neck. And I'm usually pretty good at, staying out of those kind of submissions. But he shares everything that he has. He's a great teammate, and man, we've been really lucky to have him. Me personally, I've learned a lot from him. I know my wife has as well, and I think the whole team. Thank you.
Not gonna break me because I've had 8 guys, 10 guys. I was gonna say run a train.
Stare down with Luke Rockhold.
Down.